Hi, everyone. I'm Zach. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm currently running localization for Stripe. Bring with me about a decade of experience in the industry, work both client and vendor side, bounce back and forth a few times. Some of the more notable companies I've worked for and try to bring some of that experience with me is Uber, Lionbridge, and the big word. I joined Stripe in early 2022 as the original role was to start develop the quality program or make a more formal quality program. Since then, I've taken over running it at a higher level, which has been quite the experience and also quite an honor. As we delve into today's topics, I'm probably going to approach it from a slightly different angle. That I'm going to be looking at it through the lens of building a program and discussing the more fine points of tuning a team within a program to go after maximum effectiveness. And in my opinion, the key to building a really robust program for max effectiveness is finding the proper balance between kind of four things. It's kind of a grid of four things. It's internal versus external resources, and across that, it's your infrastructure versus human capital, and just being able to make sure that they blend and mix in a way that's going off kind of Alex's last point, that works for the company's end objectives. Because depending on your situation and your circumstance, the company you're working for, the effectiveness is going to be defined differently. So I really like the idea of building a team within this premise, as opposed to just seeing a problem and potentially throwing a person at it. And while building a team is not necessarily that, looking through the lens of more of a program and how to maximize overall effectiveness with all resources available, I think is going to yield a higher result. One last point I think that's kind of fun with working in the industry right now is with the advancement of technology, whether it's LLM models or even just standard machine translation models, there's an expectation for us to become more and more efficient and more effective. That's putting a lot of pressure on people to scale up and meet those expectations. But what I find fascinating is we're now getting the tooling to beat those expectations. So it's no longer this like lost premise that we can do more for less. It's an expectation we should